What up, tubers? Yes, another lame video from your old pal, Jackhammer Mike. Today's gonna be a little short one, a little hack. And for your eye candy pleasure, we have the most awesome Ruger GP100 357 Magnum with Safariland speed loaders. All loaded up with, I don't know what grain they are, but hollow points. Sporting a Wilson Combat trigger kit, trigger spring kit, actually. And she shoots beautifully. Next, for your eye candy pleasure, I have a couple of sorted walking sticks that I've made over the years, threaded in paracord. And that's what this hack is going to be about. These are some of my beaters. This one right up in front, that was the first one I ever did. So it stays. Those are a lot of mistakes, it stays. The other two are just kind of beaters. They gotten rid of most of my really nice ones, long ones, because I've given them away or sold them. People pay some pretty decent money for these things, and I wish I could get motivated more to make more and maybe make a living at it. I don't know. It takes a lot of work to make one of those things, and for the amount of work that I have to do on it, I don't think anybody would actually pay that kind of money for them. But I have sold one as high as $250, but that's a whole other video. Anyway, the star of the show today is the most excellent Danner 453 GTX boots. And I have some maintenance on them. They're about 6 months old now. I've got some maintenance to do, but the laces that came with them don't last, well, they lasted 6 months of basically daily use. And you can see that it's just barely hanging on. Look at that beast. I know if I go another day or two, they're gonna snap. So they've got to get redone, and they've got to get cleaned. The boots need to be cleaned. So if you've ever tried or wanted to try to redo your boot laces with paracord, I'm going to show you a little trick real quick on how to do that. So let me back out here a little bit so you can see. This is called a fid. This is a paracord fid. This is a tool that I use to thread my paracord into the wraps that I have. Fantastic device. It works great. It helps you get your cord through the tight weaves and stuff. And there's a way to prepare the paracord in order to screw into the end of this thing. You probably already see where I'm going, but there's a way to thread these in here so that they lock in, and you can do your threading and stuff like that. So I'm going to show you that real quick. Maybe it'll make it easier. I don't know if you've ever tried to do paracord bootlaces before, but it's pretty good to have paracord any chance you get, especially some good top quality paracord and not the cheap Chinese shit that's out there. So what you want to do is you're going to want to basically take the end here and basically just cut it off, because I always put the nub, you melt the nub so that you don't lose any of your cord. You need a real sharp pair of scissors, and what you do is you cut it at an angle. Okay, so you got to cut cord at an angle. Like I said, you need a real sharp pair of scissors. but it's going to look like this when you get done with it. It's going to have an angle to it. It's going to have a point to it. Maybe you can see that a little bit better. Okay. See how it's angled? Then the next step you do is you basically just going to want to melt it and roll it while you do it. Got a fan blowing. It's only 80 something degrees at 6:30 in the morning here, so we got a little fan going. But you can see over a little bit of time, don't get it too hot, you don't want to burn your fingers, but get it nice and pointy when you do it like that. Okay? And then what you'll have is a point on the end of your paracord that just threads right on through these areas here. Makes it a lot easier to try to stuff that paracord through there rather than having some sort of a blunt end on it trying to shove that shit in there. It ain't gonna happen. I can't get this through, so you basically have to put it into a little point and then you lacer on up. That's all there is to it. So, little friendly advice from your old pal Jackhammer Mike. Hope you guys have a bitchin' Sunday. And